There is no alternative to the divine will, because there is no other will. May 21, 2015. As the divine plan for humanity's awakening moves steadily forwards, those so successfully holding the light on earth to assist in this great venture are highly honored by all in the spiritual realms. Without you the plan would come to nothing. However, it is God's plan, and so perfect success is, of course, absolutely guaranteed. Nevertheless, your willing and enthusiastic involvement is an essential aspect of His plan. At times most of you experience doubt, lack of motivation, even a sense that you are doing nothing of value as you carry on with normal life in the illusion. Those feelings and sensations are just another aspect of your illusory environment whose only purpose is to confuse you, and undermine your confidence that you have a divine purpose on earth at this time. Do not be misled by those depressing moods and doubts. When they arise, just let them pass, as they most surely will, and turn to us and ask for a comforting and loving hug. We are permanently on call to answer your requests for assistance because that is our purpose and our joy. Do not doubt that we are watching over you lovingly in every moment. Call on us for confirmation, and we will respond. Our task is to assist you and ensure that nothing prevents you from completing yours. We shall not fail and nor will you, because the divine will insists on success, astounding, and, to you seemingly, amazing success. God's will is achieved instantly, but within the illusion that is frequently not apparent. Remember, there are no coincidences, everything that occurs has a purpose, and every purpose, even though it may appear to be evil, of the dark, an attack on God, on love, is in the end always used to assist in the task of bringing humanity home to their natural and eternal state of oneness with God. A state from which they have never departed for the simple reason that there is nowhere else. There is no alternative to the divine will, because there is no other will. Options and choices are as illusory as the dream that you are presently experiencing, and which the vast majority of you consider to be reality. It is not real, it is a dream or nightmare from which you have no option but to awaken. Yes, you can delay your awakening, as some misguided ones may choose to do, but humanity's awakening will not be delayed. The moment in which it is to occur was chosen in the instant that you chose to play your games of separation, because your Father's will for you is that you live in everlasting joy. Nevertheless, while you play your games, that state remains hidden from you. When you release your fearful hold on the illusion, as you most surely will, with all its distrust, betrayal, conflict, and suffering, you will awaken into joy. That is God's will for you, and because all are one, there is no separation. You cannot forever deny reality, the state of being that is forever one with Him. The illusion has brought you much pain because even to imagine that you are separated from the One, from the Source, is utterly terrifying. God is all that exists. To be separated from Him would eternally terminate your existence, and it is inconceivable to imagine a greater terror than that. But such a state is impossible. Release your fears because they close your hearts, and closed hearts are unable to feel the love that envelops them in every moment. When you allow your hearts to open by simply letting go of fear, the tsunami of love, the divine field in which all that God creates lives joyfully and eternally, flows through you unrestrictedly as divinely intended, uniting all in the perfect harmony that is God. You do have free will because you were created in love, and love neither imposes nor demands, it sets free. It was your free will choice to enter the illusion that you imagined and then constructed. It is a state of intense limitation, of lack of freedom brought about by the restrictions that you built into it for your amusement. And as humans you are constantly dealing with limitation in your daily lives, and this seems totally normal, appropriate, and it is, but only where it occurs, within the unreal confines of the illusion. Over the last 6 or 7 decades, these insane limitations have become increasingly noticeable, undeniable, and increasingly unacceptable to large numbers of you, who are now constantly seeking to remove or destroy them. And there are others among you who are striving desperately to keep them intact, to maintain the old order as they attempt to persuade you that they are building a new world order that must be established to ensure humanity's survival. Very few among you now believe those old, utterly false, and cynical arguments that continue to be regurgitated as the only way forwards to peace and security on earth by those who have for so long held the reins of earthly power. The deep secrecy in which these ancient families and their powerful allies, ably assisted by their utterly subservient entourages, have operated, is finally being exposed for all to see. Some choose not to believe what is being disclosed because it is far too painful for them to admit that they have been so deceived, and that their trust has been so flagrantly betrayed. However, the end times are rapidly approaching for those who have for so long ruled and controlled the world by corruption and deceit. The time for games of pain and suffering that can only be played within the illusion is drawing to a close. What is unreal is ephemeral and cannot last. And every human knows this at the depth or center of their being. However, having chosen to enter the illusion, they are bound by the rules under which it appears to operate, that is until they choose to see through the veil that presently hides reality from them. Vast numbers are now choosing to see through that veil. That choice is dissolving it, and as it dissolves it becomes even easier to see through it. The light on earth, carried on high by many loving and partially awakened ones, is intensifying. When you each make a point of daily going within to your own personal sanctuaries to reset your intent to awaken into reality, the light intensifies even further. The work you are doing, holding your light on high, is essential to humanity's awakening. Only you can do it, which is why you are so honored. You took on an enormous task, and success is in sight, so keep on doing what you have been doing. The fact that you have for the most part not been able to see what a marvelous job you are doing, makes your strength in doing it and your unbreakable determination to succeed even more remarkable. Remind yourselves frequently that infinite joy awaits your awakening. Your loving brother, Jesus. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman2.wordpress.com